What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Real Housewives of New Jersey husband, or should I say a strange husband, Joe Giudice, has done a lot of talking when it comes to his current relationship status, in Italy where he now lives, in addition to how things are going with his ex-wife Teresa. You'd be surprised to find out just how much money he decided to leave Teresa in the United States when he departed for Italy. Let's get into that a little bit later on in the video, but just to start off, he appeared on the Wendy Williams show where she asked him about his current love life. Joe was all too excited to tell her that he was in fact dating someone. According to Joe, he is, and I quote, actually seeing a lawyer. She's helping me out a lot here. You know what I mean? It's good. I'm a little bit surprised to see that a lawyer would want to date a career criminal, but I digress. Phaedra Parks from the Real Housewives of Atlanta not only dated one, but she married one and procreated with him, allegedly, on an air mattress in a halfway house that he was staying at before marriage. So stranger things have happened for sure. He also said that, she's been putting together a lot of deals for him over in Italy and they've been seeing each other, but he wouldn't say that they're girlfriend and boyfriend particularly. Like, they're not using those kinds of titles or getting on like in that capacity. So to me, I'm kind of a little bit sad for the woman because it seems as though maybe she is putting forth all this effort for Joe, trying to get into that phase of a relationship, but he is more just benefiting from her knowledge and her skills and everything like that, and he might just dump her when all is said and done. In my opinion, it seems like he's still hung up on his ex-wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, Teresa Giudice. So maybe that is one of the deals that he's looking to have this new girl help him. Like, what's going to help me look better in the eyes of the United States so that I could start visiting New Jersey again, seeing my kids, seeing my, wife again. I think that is his ultimate MO here, unfortunately for this woman. In fact, Joe does go as far as to say, and I quote, "First, I would like to get permission to come back to the United States. So once I get permission to come back, I want to be able to visit whenever I want. I don't know if I want to live there again, but I want to be able to visit my mother, brother, sister, my kids, my nieces. I got everybody there, friends. I grew up there, so who do you think is going to help him put together that kind of a dossier? Of course, the attorney that he is dating but not dating at his big age in Italy. He also let Wendy know that, of course, he hasn't seen Teresa or the kids in the 10 months since they visited him last year. Of course, because of coronavirus. The United States and Italy are both extremely hard hit countries, so there's no way that, his kids are able to visit him in Italy. And of course, he can't go to the United States because he was just deported from the United States as a result of all of the alleged crime that he was doing while he was living there. He also let Wendy know that it wasn't very easy for him to split up from Teresa. He says that they fought so much about like what they were going to do with their marriage, but it ultimately came down to a problem of distance. He's like, how would it work? Like, we can't uproot the kids, move them all to Italy. They grew up in the United States, so they need to be there, for their friends, their education, and just their normalcy. And, of course, he can't go back, and like, she needs to move on with her life. She has her own needs. He has his own needs. So they ultimately decided to split because of distance. But you saw Joe kept trying to make it work with Teresa on the Housewives of New Jersey. For me, it kind of felt like, look at the chickens kind of coming home to roost, because while they were together in the US before he was busted for everything, Teresa was always an incredibly dedicated wife. Like, she put that man on a pedestal. He was Juicy Joe, but every time she would try to talk to him, he would be so mean and dismissive of her. Remember this one time when he first got busted cheating on Teresa, allegedly cheating on Teresa. She asked him who was calling him on the phone, and then he quickly hangs up and he's like, oh, hang on, my bitch of a wife is coming, and he just hangs up. Like, he used to talk to her like a dog on the street. So to see him lose everything and then come running back trying to get back with her is a great example of how karma works. It always comes for you one way or another. And speaking of, remember, the legal issues that landed them both in jail and Joe deported from the United States were allegedly 100% Joe's fault. So a lot of people wondered, listen, Teresa's trying to put their home on the market. Their home is $2.5 million right now, list price. And so what are they going to do with the proceeds of that money? Is he going to fight her for it so that she would send some of it to help him live in Italy? or what? Well, Joe ultimately responded to the $2.5 million question by saying, and I quote, "No, no, no, I gave her all of that. I signed everything off to her." You know, at the very least, he did that, you know, thankfully. In fact, I don't even know that he even really had a choice, because they owe multi-millions to the government. So I'm pretty sure the government is just going to automatically seize the proceeds from that house sale. If they could even get it sold. Isn't their house kind of like the other Joe and Melissa's home, the Gorgas home, where it's like impossible to sell because, like, sure, it might look grand to the untrained eye, but like the actual finishings are extremely low quality. It's actually falling apart at the seams. It makes no architectural sense, etc., etc. That's what I'm kind of suspecting here. It's going to be very difficult for them to sell that muck mansion. But anyway, you guys, that's a quick update on what's been going on with Joe Giudice ever since he got deported from the United States of America. What do you think about everything going on with him? Do you think he's using this Italian lawyer to help him get back to the United States, and then he's going to dump her like yesterday's news once he gets to kind of, not even once, if he gets to return to the US and visit every once in a while and try to weasel his way back into Teresa's life? And do you think it was an upstanding thing of him to do, to leave all the money to Teresa when he left for Italy, or was it the only thing that he could have done, because he's the one who got her in all of that mess in the first place? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.